Hey all, welcome to TNT Homestead, and this is Terry. Garlic here has been curing for about 34 days now, and it's time that we get those down and get them stored. So let me bring you along on that journey. You can see that it's dried out really well. Ooh, sorry. You can see that it's dried out really well. There's no green left on this. And so we're going to, sorry about that. So we're going to pull all these down and get to work. Alright, well, we're all set up. This wasn't where I intended to do this, but one of the neighbors was decided to do some yard work and had their weed eater going, and all you could hear was the weed eater. So moved to the front porch and figured we'd get started. Let me show you what you're going to need. One, a trash can. If you can find a dirtier one, it's better. Not really, it's just one we had in the garage. I've got all my garlic in the basket, a trusty pair of scissors, and a bowl to put some garlic in once you got it all done. Now, as I said earlier, or at least I think I said earlier, this garlic's been curing for about 34 days. And so it's time, maybe past time, but they're good and dry. You want them to dry out because you don't want any of the moisture left around this clove, so they'll stay longer. So they'll store longer. So I've taken my garlic. I want to save about 2 inches or so at the top. Just cut that off. Then take the roots and cut them off as well. And we're good. You can take this, and if this is for yourself, one, make sure any dirt left on it isn't coming off, it's dry as could be. You can take that and store it, and we'll talk about that in a minute. But some of this garlic I give to friends, some of it we take and put in the farmer's market. So what I like to do next is take one layer, just the outmost layer of the skin off. It's real easy to do. It flakes right off. And then what that does, once you get it all off, is you have one nice head of garlic that looks a lot like what you get at the grocery store, but it only tastes about a dozen times better. So we take care of that, and that's one of, well, that's two, but that's 2 out of about 100 or so that I need to do. So I guess I better get busy. Well, there you have it. All that garlic. It's been cleaned up. And we're ready to go. Oof. I gotta weigh that. That's heavy. I had a couple of heads when I don't know if you watched the video, but one of the things I talked about when harvesting was you don't want to wait too long, and I felt like I had. Well, this is what happens when you do. The cloves start to separate, so then it can start reproducing, and this isn't what you want. So this I will eat. Something wrong with just every single one of those. Nothing major. I mean, that's big difference there. So anyway, I'll take this inside. I am going to weigh it just so I know, count, pull out the largest heads to use as seeds this fall, and then I'll get on to storing it. Let's get on. All right, so we've got it inside. Had to take a slight breaks, but I've got it inside. It's all cleaned up, and we're pretty much ready to go to bag it up to store it. I've gone through and I've sorted through the heads of garlic. I've separated these 6, actually 7 I'll use in the fall for seed. I've already done a video on that, which I'll probably link. I'll take a look and see how it did. I may make another one this fall. That's why I'm actually redoing this one. I'm trying to give you a little more information. While sorting through this and while cleaning up the garlic, I had a few heads that, while nothing's really wrong with them, I didn't want to sell them. This is the one I was trying to show you earlier that was in the ground too long and started to separate out. This will be one of the first ones I use. It just won't store as well. A couple of the others just weren't pretty or super small. Here's another one that started to separate. So that one had a bad clove and I took the clove out. I don't see a problem with this one. I'll look at it again closer in a minute. But anyway, so that's the garlic harvest. It's been cured, I've cleaned it, and I'm ready for storage. So let's get to that. All right, so last year I went online and I got these reusable produce bags. Not much to them actually, and you've seen them in the grocery store. But just it allows airflow, and it grabs everything, keeps it good, keeps it under control, and doesn't let it go all over the place. So I take my garlic and I put them in. And then put them in these reusable bags. And then so I've got my garlic. It came with these little clips. And a topper. And it's on there. And so this is ready to store. These are my seed ones. I actually will probably reopen this and put seed on the inside, because this last fall I went to go plant them, couldn't find them, just took some out of the normal stash, and then later I found my seed garlic, which was not what I wanted. So again, I've taken the largest heads of garlic and set them aside for seed. So now I will probably get the scale out. Actually, let me go ahead and do this batch first. I'm going to take the ones that I'm going to use first. That's just for us. Again, there's nothing wrong with this garlic. It's just not pretty. It wouldn't sell well. If you're going to sell it or you're going to give it away, you don't give away your subpar, you don't want to give away your subpar product. You want to use that yourself. And then I've got this nicer garlic that I can give out to others and sell. Hopefully sell anyway. So, again, put through, put a cap on, it's ready to go. Push it down tighter, but since we're going to be getting in and out of this a lot, I don't want to do that. What I did last year, because some of these heads are larger than others. So what I did last year is I weighed the garlic. That way every bag was as close to the same as I could possibly make it. That way when I took it down to the farmer's market, it didn't really matter what bag. Someone wasn't going to get like 2 really big heads of garlic for the same price as someone else might get 2 small heads of garlic. So anyway, that's what I did. So I will, and I don't have my scale here, but I will take these, weigh them out, and bag them just like I did the other 2. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. That way I can get the scale and get it all weighed out and bagged up, and I'll be back here shortly. All right, well, we're all done. It took us a couple days to get back to this, unfortunately. My wife was kind enough. One of the things we do is we tie our garlic with some twine, and then, let's see if I can hold this better. We make little tags to tell what kind of garlic it is and that kind of stuff. It's just a nice way for presentation. So I plan on taking that to the farmer's market store, and well, I'm not probably going to take all of it because I don't think they've got the room for it all, but I'm going to take some of it, and then we'll bring some more back later as they sell what we have. But anyway, that's pretty much it. One last thing as far as storing your garlic is concerned is you can, that point, like right here, my wife hung just our garlic that we'll use and our seed garlic right now just by the back door. We may find another place, but we just want to make sure we have airflow. You don't want it to be damp. You want it, it'd probably be better if it was in a darker spot, but well, this is what we got. We don't have a great place for lots of storing, you know, onions and potatoes and that kind of stuff. As we work on our place in the country, at the cabin, as we start building that place, that's probably something we're going to make sure we have. Anyway, that's it. And growing garlic is really easy, and it stores really well, and it's definitely something you should give a try. Y'all take care now. Bye.